you guys, so I know that I have been gone for a good minute. My apologies, like my sincerest apologies. So I just want to kind of like update you guys on what I've been doing, what's going on, blah 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 blah. Okay, so school year started, everything was going good. I was vlogging, I was like, yeah, what's goody, y'all, this is what I'm doing. And then I kind of got stressed out, workload got really heavy, and then I started getting these migraines from stress, and that kind of inhibited me from doing my regular vlogging. And from there it's just been kind of hard to pick back up. Not only that, but I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there is someone who kind of gave me a weird vibe on YouTube. Somewhat persistent person, you know. I guess they fancy me and have offered to take me out on dates and such. And I'm just kind of reconsidering how much of my life I'm putting on YouTube. So, just for my safety, my friend's safety, I don't need people to be stalking them. I'm not saying this man per se is a stalker, because he hasn't done anything that's over the edge. However, I am a pretty precautionary person, and therefore I don't want to put myself in harm's way, potentially put my friends in harm's way. So yeah, I do have some footage, like regular vlog footage. I have some Snapchats that I will be putting up come the end of the semester. So I will be doing that for you guys, and you can see all of that. You can see all of that. But for now, I will be continuing my College 101 videos, because y'all, life gets stressful in college. And you'll be like,
but I was just ahead. Like, I did all this work ahead of time so that I wouldn't have no issues.
And now, like, I'm drowning. And you just
trying to swim. You're trying to swim, trying to keep your head afloat.
And you're drowning. You're underwater. Almost dead.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this College 101 is not going to be a fun one. We're not talking about boys or parties or anything like that, okay? Alright? I will get to it. I'm planning that one for y'all. This one is going to be about like classes and financial aid and things of that nature, because I know that a lot of you are getting your college acceptance letters coming soon around like Christmas and then thereon. And I want to make sure that you know you have these things in line. So I'm going to get into this financial aid first. My number one rule for I can't talk. What the heck? My number one rule for financial aid is don't go where your money can't take you.
Don't go where your money can't take you. Don't go where your money can't take you.
And I mean that. I, Camille, am here at Howard because I have a scholarship. If I did not have a scholarship, I wouldn't be here. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, okay?
Go where your money can take you.
I'm not going to give y'all all the ins and outs of how much I pay, because that's none of your business. No shade, but you know, there are a lot of hidden fees. Remember we talked about managing your money in the last one? Well, this is managing like big money. We're not talking about like a couple hundreds. I'm talking thousands of dollars. When financial aid is like, so we need this payment in full and you're late, what are you going to do?
I can get y'all $5,000 by Friday and it's Wednesday.
No, you can't do that. Maybe y'all can. Maybe y'all balling like that. Swish. But I'm not. Keep your money together as far as financial aid goes. Make sure you read your financial aid contract in full if you have a scholarship. So my scholarship is a 4-year scholarship. After 4 years, it's done. Some continue on. It just depends on how much, you know, some things are different. So make sure you read your thing. Also, I have to maintain a 3.0 GPA minimum. If it goes lower than that, I lose it. So make sure you're reading up on that, because if you have to maintain like a 3.5, you might have to be like, maybe I can't go out to that party, maybe I can't do that, maybe I can't, maybe I, like, you know. Also, try to remember like if you have to be full-time or not, because sometimes you got to drop classes or do this or do that, and if you go below, if you become part-time and not full-time, that messes up your scholarship and paying for school. Speaking of dropping classes and registration, I highly recommend, before you sign up for your classes, to go on ratemyprofessor.com. Again, that is ratemyprofessor.com. Check that one more time. ratemyprofessor.com. Okay? For the most part, those ratings are true. I will say that, because I've written some, okay? Don't be scared to take a professor that has a bad rating. Just know what you're getting into. Does that make sense? But I always try to get professors that are like, you don't gotta come to class. Like, attendance is not key, because sometimes it bees like that sometimes. Like, I'm a journalism major. If I have to do an interview, or if I have to do this or I have to do that, and your class is in the way, and it's like poli-sci, of course I'm not about to be in your class. I'm sorry, like, I'm missing for the day. My work will be done, but I got more important things to do. Try to plan your schedule accordingly. Like, if you know you're not a morning person, put your classes more towards the evening. If you know you're if you know that like you like to have your evenings free, get all your classes done. Some people like to have breaks in their schedule. So like, I know, like, for me, I've had semesters where like I have an 8 a.m. and then I have a class at 5 p.m. Not how I want it to be, that's just how it worked out. But some people like that. Some people like, you know, having that break to do what they want. But for me, I think I'm more so like having a I like to have like 2 classes in the morning back to back, have a break for lunch, and then continue on and then be done. You know, I like to just keep it flowing. I don't like having to, like, I hate having an hour gap in between classes, because then it's like, do I want to go back to the dorm, or do I just sit here on campus looking like, you get what I'm saying? So try to think about those things as well. Also, as a freshman coming in, you're gonna get these 8 a.m. classes. If you can avoid them, avoid them. Because right now, waking up at 8 a.m. is super easy, because you've been waking up at like 6 a.m. to get to high school on time. However, 8 a.m. soon becomes like 4 a.m. when you're in college. When I tell you, if someone asks me to be somewhere before 10 o'clock, I'm like, that's early. Why would you do that?
Like, don't ask me to come to a meeting at 9 a.m. because that means I didn't have to get up. For me to get to a meeting at 9 a.m., I have to get up at like 7:30. So that, because it's me out of get ready. I have to get up at 7:30, be done by 8:30, and have time to travel, eat, whatever,
So I'm waking up at 7:30 for a 9 a.m. meeting.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
You get what I'm saying? So those 8 a.m.s, you have to remember that the class starts at 8 a.m. You're not waking up at 8 a.m. And I had that problem of waking up at 8 a.m. for 8 a.m. You don't want that issue, okay? So try to stay away from 8 a.m.s. The first week of classes is called like syllabus week, because you really don't do too much work. You honestly, if you wanted to skip, you could skip. I don't recommend it, because that's when the professor gives out the syllabus on what you're doing for the whole semester.
People who do that just like boggle my mind. They make no sense.
But the class is usually really short. The professor just kind of goes over everything, and you're not really doing any work. But on the syllabus, it also has the textbooks on there. Now, I'm an iffy person about textbooks. When my first semester in college, I bought all my textbooks except for like maybe 1 or 2 full price. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You can easily spend over $300 on textbooks that you only need for 1 semester. You are in college for 4 years, 2 semesters a year. That's 8. 8 times 300 is $2,400. That's an extra $2,400 for your whole schooling on textbooks. Don't do it. Look online for a PDF. Many of like your general elective, not general, but general education courses like poli-sci, econ, psychology, they'll require the newest edition of a book, but the later, like say like you need like the 7th edition of your psychology book, I bet you the 6th edition is online in PDF form, and honestly the editions don't change that much. So I would recommend that you go online and get that PDF. If you're very, very pressed to have that 7th edition, go on Amazon. Go on Chegg. Chegg has very good prices. And rent the book. Also, our bookstore, you can rent the books from the bookstore as well. Sometimes you don't even need the textbook. So a lot of times, I just don't buy textbooks now until I know for sure I'm going to need them. Which is not really good because then I'm struggling last minute to get the textbook. But I have saved so much money because I don't need half these textbooks. And I did not go buy them and let them just sit there in dust. Like, so. Next, when you're in the classroom, for me, I have to be in like, not necessarily like the very front, but I cannot be in the back. One, because I'm low-key losing my eyesight. I'm getting old, y'all. And number 2, I won't pay attention. I'm the type of person where if you don't have me here, I will literally fall asleep. Like I'm low-key narcoleptic. If you're not keeping my attention, like, you know when you get tired in your eyes, you start to... That's me. I'm doing my bestest to stay awake. I do my bestest to stay awake and I still just be dipping off. I do not understand. Like, so I make an effort to try and be in the front and engage with the professor while they're talking, while they're lecturing, so that way I can stay awake and not only that, get the information. Also, I recommend that you get to know your professors. Your professors, even if they don't know your name, they should know your face. They should know you. Oh, Camille wasn't in class today. Where was she? That's how you should be. Okay? You need to go to their office hours. Sit there, chat it up with them. Figure out what they like, what they don't like. They got kids. Oh, what's their names? Oh, little Sally's doing so well in ballet class. That is great. Because let me tell you, sometimes the end of the semester comes and you're like 2 points away from an A. They might just be like, Ray Charles to the bull. And you get an A. Not only that, but your professors are also your professors for a reason. They know a lot. They have connections. GroupMe is great. Let me tell you why. Because GroupMe, you get to make study groups because you can just go in there with your, because your whole class should be in your GroupMe, right? And you can be like, hey, who wants to study tonight at 5? And they hit you back like, yeah, I can do 5, I can do 6, da-da-da-da. Study group. Boom. Also, if you miss class, you're like, hey, can somebody take a picture of the notes for me? Boom. Notes right there. Plus, like, because I just told y'all I don't buy textbooks. So like when I used to have math class, I used to be like, hey, can somebody take a picture of the problems we have to do tonight? Boop, there it is. I got the homework. So GroupMe is a lifesaver. But here are the takeaways from this. Financial aid, go where your money can take you. Don't go no further than your money can take you, okay? Also, you need to factor in, when choosing a college, you need to factor in, like, if I go all the way out to Cali and the plane tickets to get home are $300, that means I'm only coming home for Christmas. My mama is not paying me to come home for Thanksgiving and then 2 weeks later come home for Christmas. That's dead. Do you get what I'm saying? So go as far as your money can take you and try to go to whoever gives you the most money, unless it's like some like, oh, my dream school, I must go here. But if your dream school is giving you no money and this school is giving you a full ride, you're ready to kick that dream school to the curb. I'm just saying, like, okay? And then as far as classes go, sit in the front of your class, go to office hours, create a GroupMe, buy textbooks as needed, and rent them if you must. Stay away from 8 a.m.s as much as possible. And remember, ratemyprofessor.com is your life. Ratemyprofessor.com, your life. Ratemyprofessor.com will save your life. But until next time, it's your baby C Mills here with LnLL College 101. And I will see you later.
Everybody hate who we just call the players though. In love with the money, I ain't never